What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Wednesday, so this is going to be my midweek update. I don't have a lot to talk about because I haven't done anything. I haven't had a chance to work on any models. I haven't had a chance to do much. I did get one shop card in, so I'd like to show you that. And I do have something else I'd like to show you, so we'll go ahead and do that. Hopefully this weekend I can actually have some time to sit down at the bench and work on something and show you guys some progress. Hopefully, anyway. But I mean, the weather's been just beautiful up here, up until today. It's raining today. So here I am inside. Yeah, alright, well, enough of me babbling. Let's talk about what I want to talk about. The shop card I got. Skip-O-Matics. That is really cool. Skip over there, thank you so much for sending me this card. If you haven't checked out this channel, go check it out. He does a really great job on his channel. You know, support everybody. So let's show everybody some support and go over there, give him a like if you haven't. Watch some of his videos. Drop some comments. You know, let's push everybody. That's really cool. Thank you for the kind words on the back of that, Skip. Also, yes, the plan is to be at ACME. The plan. Plans change, however, unfortunately. We got a lot going on at the house, so things are a little bit up in the air. We're going to do everything we can do to make sure that we're at ACME this year. That being said, I'm looking forward to meeting a bunch of you guys, and I really hope that we can pull this off and I can get down there, me and my wife. But there's a slim chance that we won't. Keeping my fingers crossed that we will, though. And if we won't, I will talk about that in a future video, but here's hoping that video doesn't happen. So yeah, let's see. As you know, I had a snafu with the bed on the 56. I had to strip it. I had to repaint it. I did just start that before I started making this video. I got a couple of coats on it and it's going pretty good, but I don't have any other progress to show you. So, I figured, I've had a couple of questions about some of the models on my shop card. So I figured now's a good time to show you guys a little bit of that. I don't have a 56 Ford, but I do have a 53. You guys will recognize this. It's on my shop card. This is the AMT 53 Ford 3-in-1. You can build it stock, custom, or as a service truck. As you can see, I did none of that. I don't have to tell you guys, I'm a huge drag race fan, especially vintage 50s, 60s drag racing. So I had to make a gasser out of it. I didn't have a gasser pickup truck at the time, and I thought that's going to be perfect. And this is still the only gasser pickup truck I have. Now that I'm thinking about it. So yeah. So this is also the only vehicle that I've weathered to date. Most of my stuff I build it like it would be a clean street rod or a clean show car, nice paint, clean inside. I do a little bit of black washing, but I don't do a lot of that stuff. I don't like dry brush anything. Those are all things that I'd like to get into at some point, maybe, but up until this point, I haven't. I'm just a rookie, you know. I've only been doing this, actually, compared to a lot of you guys, I really am a rookie, because I've only been doing this about 10 years, solid. Of course, I built stuff when I was a kid. But yeah, I mean, 10 solid years of building models has got me to this point. So I started out very basic, but I'm getting there. I like to think anyway. So yeah, let me show you a little bit about this. So this is the gasser version. So that's got the leaf springs. Front leaf springs are from the 57 Ford. I think it's the 57 Ford, the wagon. You know what model I'm talking about. Anyway, so those are parts box springs from that. The ladder bars are from that monogram 55, the Bad Man, or the Black 55. I think, pretty sure. I got a couple of sets of these, and I got a couple of those in my junkyard, so that's got to be where they came from. I do most of my drive shafts white. I should have detailed the U-joints on that. I didn't. It is what it is. You can see the headers. Those headers are from the Ford Thunderbolt kit, because they came down low enough and they were in my parts box to clear everything, so that's what I used. Wheels and tires. Parts box, wheels and tires. There is I put a moon tank. I'm sorry. Let me get a better view of that. Moon tank and battery mounted in the bed. I have battery cables. It's hard to see, but there's like a little battery hold down there. I actually did that. The fuel line would have gone down through the bottom of the bed. I did not do that. Drop the ball. But anyway, tack, parts box tack, wired that. Decals are from the parts box. I honestly don't remember what the decals are from. I think they might have been from the Stone Woods and Cook 41 Willies, maybe. They might have been optional decals for that. But that's what I did there. I drilled out, those are the stock bumpers. They're drilled out and painted a flat aluminum like type paint, front and rear. While we're talking about the front, this is one of my tricks. I use for like drag cars, gassers, that kind of thing. A lot of times I use hubcaps. Hubcaps or like early 30s headlights, and I flip them around and I stick them in there, only because if it's a drag car, you're not going to really have headlights on it, and it gives a really cool look, in my opinion. And 9 times out of 10, they fit perfect. So that's what those are. These are the stock Ford hubcaps from this kit. The motor is a 392 Hemi. Plug wires, as always. I added the master cylinder because this kit did not come with one. That was parts box. I don't remember what that came from. Dual oil filters, also from the parts box. I used braided safety wire. So if you're like working in an industrial assembly type situation and you have to safety wire nuts and bolts, that's what that is. I have a whole roll of it. So that's what I used. That's basically all the detail that's in the engine. So let's talk about the finish. This is, as I said, my only weathered model. How I did this. So, before I started my channel, I still am actually, a huge fan of Matthew at Model Car Videos. And he did a tutorial video maybe a year ago on how he weathered his models. And so I followed the steps he laid out. I think it came out okay. I mean, it didn't come out perfect. I don't even know if to me it looks great. I don't even know if it's really realistic. I know it's hard to tell in videos sometimes, but I think it came out pretty good. So what this is a Rust-Oleum red oxide primer laid down over the body. And then what I used was, get ready, Rust-Oleum 2X. Yep, that's a flat robin's egg Rust-Oleum 2X. Now, I got nothing against people that use Rust-Oleum 2X. for their models. Do I think it does a good job? Yes and no. There are people that have figured it out and can put out a model that looks pretty darn good with it. But in my opinion, most of the time it doesn't look that good. I think your Tamiyas, or if you're going to rattle can, your testers, that just, it gives a much better finish. Do they have their own problems? Of course. Do I airbrush? No, I don't, but I probably should, and that'll be the next step. And then that's a whole nother world of like talking about paint, airbrushing. So, but as far as rattle cans go, there's my opinion on it. Anyway, so that's the Rust-Oleum 2X, flat. Nothing on it. And then I wet sanded through to the brown, obviously. I did that in a few spots. I tried to do it in spots that were, flat spots, like the top of the hood. That's going to be worn, come through the roof, the edges of the roof, on the doors, where dude's going to hang his arm out. Edges, tops of the bed rails, tops of the fenders, inside the bed. Inside the bed's going to get beat up, right? So that's kind of rusted through. I wanted this to give the impression that this is an old truck that was sitting out in the field, well used, and somebody dragged it into the barn and made a gasser out of it. So, sand through to the brown primer, and then what I used to weather it was women's makeup. Yep. This is LA Colors. This one, also LA Colors, coincidentally. These were bought at the Dollar General for like $1 a piece. I know that Tamiya makes weathering powders. You can get them at Hobby Lobby. You can get them at your local hobby shops. You can get them online. And they're like $10, $15, depending on where you get them, maybe more. But I wasn't sure that how it was gonna come out. Obviously, it's the one model that I've weathered. So, did I want to spend $15 on weathering powder? I certainly did not. So, $2 on women's makeup, I was good with that, and it worked out pretty good, I think. I mean, I use the women's makeup to fade the brown in. And you can see I went a little deep and got into the white there and there. But that's where that women's makeup came into play. You just like smush it around and rub it around and then wipe it clean and then smush it around. And I think this truck came out pretty good. If you could see it in person, you could tell that, because the 2X isn't the best paint. It like cracked like here, and it's obviously a different texture than what was wet sanded. I mean, I think it came out all right. So there it is. That's the lowdown on this model. I do have the other models that were on my shop card. I plan to talk about a little bit more. The truck is buried back there. That's actually nothing special. As a matter of fact, I can show you. It's wicked dusty. I got to clean in here. But, I mean, this is like no detail whatsoever. It was just something I put together because I was actually gifted the kit. And, I built it and I thought, man, that was fun. That was actually pretty fun. I have built a couple of big rigs since then that I will show you in the future, and that's it. I basically just sanded the tires on this. So, and then I'll show you the 55 that's on the shop card in another video. If there's, if there's anything that you guys can see in the background, back there, there's anything you can see back there. So, the models in the plastic cases in that little black glassed-in case, those are my cousins. I'll gladly show you those. But anything up there, anything in the glass case, like any of those models, if there's something on those shelves you guys want to see, and I hope I didn't make anybody sick doing that, if there's something on those shelves that you guys want to see, I'd be more than glad to show you. You know, drop me a comment, let me know, and I'll do up a little video on it, and we'll go from there. So that's my midweek update. Not much update as far as build progress goes, but I got to show you one of my models that I think is really cool. And yeah, I guess that's it. So hopefully I'll have a little bit more to show you this weekend. I hope to be able to get some bench time and actually work on either the Ols or the 56. I like to get the 56 done, though, to be completely honest with everybody. So we're going to work on that. I think that's it. Thank you to everybody that subscribed. If you have found this channel and you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscription button. I really appreciate it. I'm like this far from 700, which is amazing. Less than 6 months doing this, and I'm already to 700 subscribers. I don't know what else to say. That's just like blows me away. So thank you for that. Thank you to everybody that leaves me nice comments. I really appreciate it. Thank you to the people that leave me not so nice comments. It gives me something to think about. And then your comment's gone. But anyway, if you haven't checked out Skip-O-Matic's channel, Skip at Skip-O-Matics, go check that channel out. I will link it in the description of the video. If you want a shop card, leave me an email. That's also in the description of every video I put out. We'll get your shop card out. Coincidentally, I think some of the shop cards that I was worried about not arriving are starting to trickle into people. So if you haven't got a shop card yet and you're still waiting, you know, give it a couple of days. They're showing up. But if you think you'd rather have me just send you out another one, let me know. I'll definitely do that too. I got no problem with that. And that'll be it. That'll be it for now anyway. So have a good weekend, guys. Thanks for watching. And just, man, thanks for everything. And I appreciate it. So I will hopefully talk to you this weekend with some progress.